Hello, everybody. I am Chris Mansfield, your DM, and you are tuning into another episode of Dungeon Dinners and Dragon Drinks. Yeah,
Holy
got it
shit,
right
you
this
got
time. Woo! Only
clap.
took 6 episodes.
Go clap.
6 episodes, and I finally get our title right. In addition to, freaking 5 episodes of leftovers. I'm good at this, especially because I'm one of the people who helped create the name.
Yeah, it was your. All I literally did was change the order of 2 words, and you've been fucked ever since.
Anyways, thanks for tuning into this episode. I'm Chris Mansfield. I'm your DM. Tonight, I am enjoying a lovely beef stew, and because it's been a hard week, a fortified beer.
What's a fortified beer?
It's a beer that I add whiskey to.
So you're Irishing it up?
Yep, I'm Irishing up my alcohol. That's the week we're having.
I'm going to start my day off with a nice Irish beer. It's like an Irish coffee, but
So
I'm
you're
not
not
fucking
Irishing
around.
up your Scotch.
Greetings, I am Lev. I am the player of the Dragonborn Rogar.
One day you'll know your character's name without having to double check your notes.
No, I won't. not unless I start using my middle name of Kyle.
Such a weird middle name, like
That's a
Rogarth. What's the last name again? Rogarth.
Last name is Kapesh Moloch.
Rogarth Kapesh Moloch. My middle name's Kyle.
Oh my god, it's that dude from Periscope, from down Periscope. What's your name? Nitro. Nice. What's your real name? Nitro. I've been working on a nickname, though. So what should I say about this?
Mike.
Jim? Oh, no, it wasn't Mike?
It's like,
Mike.
call me Tiffany.
Hi, I am Matthew. I will be playing
Luke Finnegan. I have to double check his last name because I will always pronounce it wrong because I'm an idiot.
To begin again.
I am none of that.
Every time his name's been said, I thought that, but I'm like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
I am also enjoying some of Chris's delightful beef stew, and I am drinking the new Mountain Dew Game Fuel Citrus Blackberry. I'll let you know later if I like it or not. I'm not sure.
Feels out.
At least you're not
You know,
drinking a half gallon of milk.
Could they at least bring back the original also?
no.
Because God hates us specifically.
Yeah.
Maybe
That
because
is
of
very
how our
true. I
we touch
do
ourselves.
hate all of you specifically.
No, I'm still in room. I'm not so bad.
Okay, I'm Danny Booth. I play Amber Thorn the Dwarf, and I'm eating a 7-Eleven pizza, just a hot dog, and I got a Diet Coke.
Oh, thank heaven for heartburn.
That's abysmal.
I want to make it very clear, despite the fact that she's eating stuff specifically from 7-Eleven, none of us here actually do meth. Just, I want to make it clear. I don't want
Technically, I'm
to
prescribed a form of it.
Well, you're prescribed an amphetamine, but not meth.
Oh, you
amphetamine.
meant it. Okay, I thought you said math.
None of us do that either if we can avoid it.
No, it's kind of
This is
like,
D&D. We actively have to do it all the time.
every single time.
Anyways.
I'm Jay. I play Ernest Gradstone. I have finished my stew, which, is weird because I don't normally eat soups or stews. I'm a very big fan of them.
Now you can have your pudding.
I have eaten my meat.
That has been
I have been drinking my lemon lime soda water, but soon I will be opening my punch.
Once more, Jack Daniels. Sponsorships.
Yeah, I will sing the praises of this drink to the high heavens for the right amount.
It is literally one of the only alcohols I see him drink. Take this win.
But aside from this, you can also find me on Twitch and YouTube at Cosmic Psycho. One word.
I'm Megan Mansfield. I play Nymeria Nim De La Rosa, and I am finished with my Pepsi, and I already...
You're going too quickly. You have to go and restart.
You know, get your bowl, go get some more stew. We're going to do this right, goddammit.
So, we are missing 2 of our players, one of which will be joining us later. The other one will not be joining us all. Unfortunately, Nymeria's brother has a job that he has to go to and will not be joining us until the next bit. And our friendly little gnome is just not here. He got stepped on. It's a terrible shame. The funeral's on Saturday.
And his mom is,
On a completely unrelated note, I need a new pair of shoes. Mine disappeared.
You were defeated?
No.
it wasn't me for once.
So, last session, We have flies in my house right now. This is not related to the session, but they are truly starting to piss me off, and I'm about to go get my salt gun. So,
And the fact that
yep, and the fact that I cook here. Anyways, last session, man, shit was not going well for this village. Each of our players was awoken in turn after a season of, let's call it distress,
Depends on your perspective.
to find that their parents were fighting off.
But I will.
I will get it. It will die. We're fighting off shadowy creatures. This is also when our players learned out that their parents are kind of badasses. Being shepherded into the woods, they were dropped off at Granny Mags's house.
just a quick refresher. Her proper name was pronounced Megaris, right?
Megara.
Megara. Okay.
Yeah.
We know it's important. We don't know
After
why.
which, Nymeria's mother instituted some form of spell that compelled Granny Mags to watch over the children until they were retrieved by their parents. We ended with the door closing as the parents went on to defend the village, and we will pick up right there. You all find yourselves in pitch black.
Okay.
Like, it is a new moon. There are no candles lit in this place, and even the hearth isn't really.
Okay.
I've got dark vision.
Remember, those of you who have dark vision do not have it yet, as it has not developed.
But I think
we did.
You said you had low light vision.
Yes.
No, dark vision.
I remember him saying you had low light vision until you were old enough to have full dark vision.
Are we doing it at that level?
Yeah.
Okay.
Luke will set his little
I thought it would like
go bag down
part of it.
As you develop.
and just start fumbling in there for his little knife, little piece of flint, and then realize he has no tinder. He has no tinder box.
The sparks come off your knife, and Granny Mags is almost nose to nose with you.
Are we not supposed to light a fire, Miss Megara? I saw the hearth when we came in.
You feel hands on your hands. They are ice fucking cold.
Okay.
And your flint and steel are taken from you.
Oh.
Moment later, and candle. In the lone candle light, you see Granny Mags shuffling around, lighting several candles in turn before going to the hearth. And the hearth, as soon as she touches the candle to it, just bursts to life. A cauldron hanging on the rod.
25 years been waiting for guests, so I had an excuse to light the hearth. The wood's nice and dry. No one wants to come over. I wonder why.
Around you are...
Does dry wood catch fire quicker?
Yeah. And burns longer.
So, like,
It depends on how dry and well cured it is. Unless you've fat cured the wood. Then it just goes right up.
Or you
So you soak the wood in fat for an amount of time, and then you pull it out to dry cure in the air, and the fat is contained in the wood.
And on it, so you essentially end up with a small sheen of essentially oil. And
oh, it's
baked
how I
into it.
learned to make a fire starter with rosemary, soak it in alcohol for like a week, and it can, just
Yep.
a Roman can.
or you just listen to the wood, give it what it wants, and then it
Anyway, around in the light of these several candles and the fireplace, you see a very cramped shack. None of you have ever even come close to being inside this building,
Oh, no.
though you have heard several rumors of children that snuck in and managed to get away. Looking around, you have quickly determined that was bullshit, as quickly getting in and out of this place is physically impossible.
You topo of shit.
Well, of course he was. He was talking.
The only thing that
Tables are on every wall that is not covered by bookshelves or pieced together shelves. Pelts hang from the ceiling, pelts hang from the walls on nails.
Why, puppy?
Sky raisin, that's why.
Ow. The pup jumped at something and landed foot first on top of my foot.
She killed a fly, I consider it worth it.
Speaking of,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. That just really hurt.
Yeah, bundles of herbs and flowers dangle from racks along with meats that are curing. The place smells of dried wood controlled rot and mold and nature. There's no other way to put it. A door leads to a small room off to your left, and you can see two other doors, but they are closed. The smell of cooking stew quickly fills the space.
Now, you mentioned bookshelves. Are there books on the bookshelves, or were you just describing the type of shelf?
Dozens upon dozens of books. Your father has the largest collection in town of properly bound books, like at around 30. Makes sense. He's one of the best educated people in the town. You have never seen this many books in one place.
Yeah, I kind of figured, like, in the go bag, as far as texts go, I figured Luke has a book, probably history, because his mom's always got stories to go through books, and a few scrolls. Because scrolls are going to be a lot cheaper than books are.
There are wood-bound books, leather-bound books, proper covered books, scrolls, vellum, leather rolls that have stitching into them.
Oh, yeah. The attack on the town, Mommy and Daddy are in danger, all gone.
Mags pulls a large wooden paddle out and begins stirring the pot.
Right.
As you tug on her, she just rounds on you.
Do you need help with the stew?
Children's hungry. Guess so. Wanting things. Reaches up on a shelf above the mantle and starts pawing away. You hear crockery fall and break. She pulls down a wooden bowl that you can see from where you are is just caked with old food. You were fairly sure this thing has never once been cleaned.
Oh, fine.
All the different diseases fight each other. It's perfectly... It lends it to be perfectly sterile.
And
Frankly, in medieval European fantasy land, it's the cleanest thing there is.
And she dips the bowl into the pot, getting her hand into the boiling stew, and just pulls it back out. I don't serve people. Get your own bowls. She gestures towards a hutch off to the side.
I go over.
Reach into the bag, pull out one of the, 4 ounces of cheese he was sure was going to feed his family for a month. Because he's a... Go over to Miss Mags. Do you want some cheese for yours?
She looks at you and gets to your level. At least one of your parents taught you manners. Yes. And she
still has my knife, so she should be able to...
Yeah, just... And sticks your knife into the...
Let me know if you want more. I've got lots. I've got 4.
Guest who brings gifts. Apparently the old manners aren't dead. And she's kind of slurped some of the stew from her bowl. You can see the gravy and gristle just kind of dripping onto the front of her robe.
Luke will cut himself a little bit of the cheese, get himself a bowl.
You open the hutch. It is full of dust. Just opening it, you can see it is, perfectly sculpted around everywhere air doesn't touch. It's, mounded.
A bowl.
You touch the dust, and it's just...
There are no bowls.
Oh, yeah, you didn't even have to wipe it off then. Just
The bowls are the loose.
Yeah. As soon as you reach in there and disturb the air quality inside the hutch, it's just a cloud that flows out. Dead moths just flowing out with it as they atomize.
Oh, yeah. If I were a full-grown person, this would be horrifying to me. But as a child, I don't know what germs are. Just need to make sure I blow out the inside of the bowl so I don't taste the dust, because that's what matters to me.
I go next to Luke and I grab myself a bowl.
As you all get food, Mags shuffles over to a half-broken chair. One of the legs is clearly gone. Another one is cracked on the opposite side. The cushion has ripped itself open, and all of the stuffing of just dozens of different types of animals' pelts and feathers is starting to spill out. And she just crashes into it, sending up another cloud of the stuffing.
I'm getting the feeling this is less Baba Yaga and more cranky old grandma who, completely normal, no magical powers whatsoever, But letting everyone think she's a witch means nobody bothers her. She's not bound by any Gios in any way whatsoever.
She just
It's just an angry old bitch. Well, we have to protect the children. Oh, yes, sure. Bound by a Gios in a way I don't like. Yes, that's it. Inside, chill, inside.
Before they come and try and clean something. Next, they'll tell me I need more fiber in my diet. Or, no, don't live off just meat and cheese. Have some fruit.
Vegetables, they said. Vegetables! And so to the forest highway.
You need to bathe more than once in your life, Mags.
When I'm dead, then you can bathe me, and it won't be my problem.
Her backstory is growing every day.
You have other clothes, Mag.
But I like my rags, they're comfy.
I like the way all of this feels. It's different and it soothes my boils. Not to mention the patches are very absorbent.
But it keeps coming, it keeps opening up and tearing and
So
getting
she's a
ruined.
Tuscan Raider?
That's the thing, is I'm always hunting for food, and I've got all the skins right there. This is a project I get to
You think I made this stew with fresh kills? I dipped my robe in hot water.
This isn't a cloak. This is my emergency jerky supply.
I'm over here killing Web.
Yeah, let's go kill Web.
That's right, just his character.
So we're doing our attempt now.
You're where you are.
No, I meant like to kill Web because
Yeah.
like tried enough.
Apparently not. Anyways, getting stew. What's everyone else doing here?
Also getting stew.
Cut a slice of cheese,
I'm going to sit
slice
quietly
of cheese,
in a
slice
corner.
of cheese.
I'm going to sit quietly near the fire.
Cool. You managed to find a semi-clear spot to do that. Yeah, you are kind of wedged between two tables.
And I go over.
Silently.
I go over to Granny Mag.
Trying not to sniffle it.
I sit by the.
Okay.
I go over next to Granny Mag and I give her 2 silver for the stew.
She waves the robe over it and they disappear.
She's done her own trenching?
It's like the shop. It's like the end. It's like I'm paying for the food.
Dragonkin, always no manners, even if they talk too much.
Is that again without the growl?
No. That's what you heard. Like, sorry you can't interpret the old lady.
I've been very clear about every measure.
The secret to happiness is
Now what room?
and that's exactly how you save your parents, too.
Now in what room do you do that?
They are.
Was that a growl or were you saying orrery?
They are.
Anyway. Yeah, the stew is a game stew with root vegetables. It is painfully thin and very clearly not made tonight.
Well, obviously it's a lie because it got vegetables. We already know from her backstory that that's not a thing.
Did my dad make this?
Over the coming hours, you hear distant sounds that you can't quite make heads or tails of coming from the direction of the village. And also hear thunder approaching from the opposite direction.
Out of curiosity, how solid are the
Oh, they look rickety as hell. Like, this whole place looks like a stiff breeze would absolutely knock it over.
I'll huff and I'll puff.
I'm gonna try and peek out between two boards in the direction the thunder's coming from.
I don't know. For some reason, I half expect, like, I half envisioned, like, the house was bored out of a giant tree.
Yeah.
It may once have been, but it's since been replaced with planks.
All right, who wants the electric racket?
Gimme.
Or something similar to
didn't take long.
You are not allowed to hit anything on the table.
What is with my foot?
You are also not allowed to hit me.
There's one on Jay's head. Quick, get it.
Okay, I made that mistake once.
No, that wasn't my fault.
I just meant striking a fly that's on you. Now, I'm not going to tell you you can't do it. Just be aware I'd almost killed him when I did.
Anyway, you peek through the boards in the direction of thunder. Like, you don't see anything in the woods, and like I said, it's a new moon, so there's not really any moonlight to see by.
I'm more looking to see if I see any, like, lightning flashes before the thunder.
Oh, yeah. Like, there's a storm rolling this direction.
Land, you bastards.
Grab his cloak over his head. I don't know if this roof leaks. No, I take that. Look up. I take that back. This roof leaks.
Who here is going to attempt sleep tonight?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm by the fire.
I'm going to attempt.
Yeah. You look through them. They are several histories, a few religious texts, some treatises on war, what look like personal journals. Yeah, it is a very varied collection.
That's actually a nice little question. Is there anyone in the group of us that cannot read?
I don't know. Is there anyone amongst you who can't read?
I don't know why you're looking at me. I asked the wizard for a book.
I'm actually just looking in this direction because it's where the majority of players are.
Yeah, because I helped with the...
Okay, so everyone can read.
Okay.
I imagine.
I figure your mom probably insisted.
I imagine Levick would probably be maybe not read.
Yeah, Levick was learning to read or learning to write. Yeah. So you two, Luke and Amber are going to attempt to get some sleep.
Well, I was going to try to read and see if that would. She didn't stop me from taking the book off the shelf.
You grab a book and she turns to look at you, but doesn't actively stop you.
You slowly pull the book out, and if I get all the way out and she doesn't say anything, can I read this one, please? It's the history of something.
As long as your fingers don't become sticky.
No.
Children always sticky, especially sticky fingers.
I didn't.
I'll give you some of them.
Hopefully that'll help me put me to sleep.
Anyone else doing anything?
Just curling up, and I'm playing with the trinket toy the puzzle toy my mom gave me.
Gotcha.
That she...
Eagle eye in that door.
Cool.
I will clean up
All right.
a little bit.
There's not really a basin to put any of this stuff in.
Okay.
Yeah, I was figuring we're probably going to have to take all this stuff down local river or lake in the morning.
Anyone who is attempting to stay awake, give me a Constitution check DC 15 to try and stay awake through the night.
Nope. Actually,
That's a negative.
DC?
So, no. It was a DC 15.
That's a negative.
You both try to stay awake, and yeah, after a while, you're not sure when you go out, but by the time you do, Granny Mags is still in that chair, a chair which you all note does face the door, and does not seem to be asleep, but she also hasn't moved for most of the time she's been there.
Oh God, she's dead. Don't steal my shit.
No, she's waiting.
Sorry that she's dead. That's just that's how she snores. Is dee.
I just love the mental image of her last words basically be, "Don't steal my shit." Oh,
Find how to traumatize these kids forever. Fuck you, there isn't therapy yet.
They're fine. Physically, they're fine. We didn't talk about mental or emotional.
Your children will survive. With massive psychological damage.
Traumatized.
freaking elder guru. Sure would be a dick move to die right now.
Anyway,
What? I'm back. What?
each of you in turn awakes to being poked by a stick.
Get up.
Yeah, like, you're not poked enough to damage you, but you're poked enough that it fucking sucks. Like, jab, jab, jab.
It is the equivalent of the granny hard shake, except I'm not bending down for this shit.
I have a stick.
It's fine. I promised I wouldn't kill them. A bruise will be all right.
The rules are somewhat hazy on the subject of kneecaps.
You specifically get jabbed in the kneecap. Oh!
Instructions very unclear.
Amber gets jabbed in the non-existent tit. Just,
Oh.
ah! Purple nurpled with a cane.
It's secretly one of those little grabby cakes. Little shits.
We're not scaring the pee out. We're
Megan taking her bio break rather early. While also attempting to pull my laptop off the thing.
No, you're not.
You can crawl under the table. No.
Please do.
I was about to say, like, you've never been there.
I don't. No. I haven't, and I don't crawl.
That's a lie. If that's not a lie, Shade, you've got work to do
Trains
tonight.
excite me.
from the look on his face when she said that, I'm like, X to doubt.
It could have been, well, that's a lie. Or it could have been, oh shit, I didn't knock that one off the list.
Anyways.
Plans for later. Spin the wheels.
Yeah, you all are awakened by that. Of course, it is Granny Mags jabbing you.
Yeah.
The cabin does not look any better in the muted daylight of early dawn. In fact, it looks somewhat worse because now there's actual color to everything. That color's overwhelmingly wood rot and dust.
Ah, depression.
No. Depression looks at this and goes, well, at least we're not that. Could absolutely be worse.
Good morning, Miss Megara.
It's a chamber pot.
Outhouse. Go.
As you get up, there is an imprint of you in the floor where less dust has settled than has settled all around you. Like, you don't get how. You've only been here for a few hours.
So we thought.
And yet,
So
you're fairly sure the house actively produces dust. You
you
move towards the outhouse.
I'm gonna go out and, hey, Rogar, lift me up. If I'm higher, I could see further.
Make a strength check. Call it DC 10.
That's a 1.
You drop Luke on his face. You lift him up and just
You know what? I've done that before.
you get him off the ground and then tip.
I just woke up. Give me a second. It's with the knees.
You need help?
Take 1 damage back.
You didn't even get that high up.
He also fell on his face in the woods.
While being held below my hips, I essentially was twist throw. You
second time is-
jujitsu'd me into the ground.
The second time is 11.
Yeah. Well, they are. Luke, are you trusting him to lift you up a second time?
Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen this kid lift the corner of a wagon.
So are you?
outside?
Yeah, but you're in an outhouse.
Okay.
He's trying to get it.
I literally said outhouse.
Sorry.
I mean, granted, it's built into the side of a tree. Like, a tree is one of the walls.
But yeah, I'm trying to see if there's like still any smoke or something coming from the village.
No. Because as both Nymeria and Kyle...
See?
Yeah, I'm just going to go with Kyle.
See?
Kyle were falling asleep. You did hear the rain starting.
Rogar?
Yes.
Kyle. Rogarth. Yeah.
My middle name is actually Kyle.
As Rogarth and Nymeria were falling asleep, the rain did start.
When did you guys start
surprisingly.
adding a TH to the end of his name?
When his
Is it just Rogar?
It is Rogar.
Yeah, there you go.
when his giant
This is the fun thing about starting out a campaign when all of us have kind of a version of name blindness and some various version of autism, ADHD, or
We are all neurospicy.
I am Mexican level neurospicy, but it could be worse. I could be Thai level neurospicy.
I don't understand.
Thai food is Thai food varies between that's just got a bit of a kick to it and sweetness and lovely. And kill him, he died. Make him wish he never
Thai
born.
food is delicious, but it will punish you for eating it
Burning ring of fire.
on both ends.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But somehow hotter on the way out than it was on the way in.
Yes.
because it mixes with the acid.
I was literally about to say that.
Anyways, yeah. No, there is no smoke rising from.
Okay, Rogar, on your shoulders, please. Let's go take a look.
So you're just leaving?
Well, I'm gonna let everyone know. Like, you okay with us going to take a look, buddy? You've got the longest legs out of all of
What about
us.
Granny Mag? Did you let her know you're fucking her?
Yeah, well, I'm about to turn around and let him know.
You go and are tripped by... You go to turn around to let her know, and you are tripped by a walking stick.
I want to do a reflex. Yep, I'm tripped by a walking stick.
Both of you take 1 damage.
This is a very difficult day for me.
Again?
Yeah, he was on his shoulders.
So you pretty much
With the -3, it became a 1. Because I rolled a 4.
No, he would have been able to save. Everyone else took damage.
Bam!
Jesus saves. All other take 3d6 fire damage.
This is a very difficult day.
Get up.
Wiggle out from under him. Wiggle my feet out from under him.
The village does not appear to be on fire. Should we...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing 1. Where's the dwarf?
Probably still in the outhouse.
You hear wham, 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 wham.
Occupied!
Just. I'm coming.
We're going to the village. Hurry up.
Yes, ma'am. I get out of the outhouse.
And don't use all my good leaves.
Yes, ma'am.
Granny Mag starts making her way towards the village at a, let's call it a steady pace. No, she moves notably faster than the wizard, but still with the speed of age. Like, she will cover vast distances. She will not do so quick. By the time you all can see the village, a part of you already knows what you're going to find, because there isn't noise. You all have grown up in this village. There is no time when there is light when it is quiet. There's the noise you've learned to ignore.
But it's still there.
Exactly. As Mags crests the small hill that kind of forms the border, the unofficial border of the village, there is not a building that is not half demolished. Bodies litter the ground. The bodies of livestock, the bodies of the villagers, and the bodies of anything that came to eat the carrion.
It came to what?
Eat the bodies.
So even the scavengers.
Crows.
Oh.
There are no insects, no flies, no nothing here.
Bad.
Is there magic?
Is it safe to be here? Are we gonna die? Something in the air?
Are you dead?
It's the only dead stuff is the people stuff, and like the stuff that was already there, and stuff that came to eat the stuff that was already there.
Don't try and eat the bodies then.
Seems like a good idea. Some kind of poison. Last night, Dad confirmed that this was a almost certainly a border raid, right?
That was his theory, yes.
So last night was probably a border raid from those necromancy people. They might have put. Dad told me necromantic is toxic. I think that means poisonous. So if something killed them with necromantic, then wouldn't that make the bodies poisonous, Miss Megara?
Depends on how they were killed. Who first?
I think she said first, but that makes sense. The tavern would probably be where a lot of that would probably be the holdout spot.
Let's go.
She begins making her way through the tavern. She does not take any special care as she walks to avoid the bodies, but she also doesn't seem to be trying to step on them. She just proceeds
There's one in my
through.
way. I'm not going to deviate, but I will take a slightly longer.
If I can, if not, then I'm just going to step on this dead person's face and keep moving.
Hopefully it's avoidable. If not, oh well, they're part of the terrain now.
Yes, just far away.
You as you all are walking through here, you see the faces of adults who were kind to you, who you saw days ago, children you played with,
Very important question.
Is Topo's dead body?
That was not my question. I'm almost certain he's not. Cockroaches have a way of surviving. No. My question is, or is there oddly not the smell of rot you'd expect?
None of this has started to rot yet. Nothing's been feeding on it.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of accelerated decomposition going on yet. And it is not yet full sun. so it's not like the bodies have started to bake.
But there is still some.
Yeah, there is a musk to the air.
Kind of coppery.
Coppery and old sweat and, yeah.
That weird smell
Dirt.
of fear chemicals.
The weird
causing
smell of
sweat.
fear chemicals and, spilled bowel.
Yeah.
Although anybody who works
Smell
on,
like just after the rain.
an animal farm would just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like it smells like the slaughterhouse does.
I was actually about to say that oddly the spilled bowels part, the part that was least weird to all of us.
You make it probably about halfway to the tavern when you find your dad, Renesk. Or, I'm sorry, Rogar. Or at least you find the first part. What is very, very clearly your father's, still holding his axe. Yeah, try and pry the axe out of his hand.
No, I'm gonna try to take the entire arm because,
Yeah, there's no strength check involved with that. You're
like if he's still alive,
He's gonna need
the
this.
arm and the axe.
yeah, like you're dragging it, but you've got it.
Probably dragging the axe. I'm judging by his dad. I'm guessing that's a frickin' vice grip he had.
Oh yeah.
Rigor mortis is not helping.
Just got the axe underneath the.
Like, I'm guessing you're just carrying the axe itself and the arm is coming with. So, accompanying you is the sound of this axe dragging the ground. After about another 100 feet, you find the rest of your father's body slumped against a wooden fence. Several spears have been driven through the breastplate and are pinning the body in place. Like they have exited the other side of the fence.
Gotta drag the axe and everything over and the arm over, and I'm gonna check on it.
Absolutely.
Is he actually in his armor?
Yeah. At some point, he went back and got his equipment.
Honestly, I just kind of figured his armor had the same enchantments as full Iron Man.
In the area from,
Of, like, people he killed.
I guess, of people he killed, because I don't know the exact number. I can only just sit there and kind of guess.
There are none of those shadowy creatures near him.
I'd like to make, because Luke's trying not to focus on the bodies right now.
Okay.
I want to take a look at them spears, because I might probably be able to. Oh, that wasn't made anywhere near here. Or
Sure. What skill are you using?
I was gonna say,
Sounds like investigation.
yeah, investigation.
Go for it.
Well, that's not too bad. 16.
These are very plain wooden spears with iron heads. I mean, they're kind of ubiquitous. Like, there's not markings on them or anything like that.
So these are not like military spears. These are some dude in a town. Maybe this one, maybe another one. A small town blacksmith.
Yeah, anyone could have made these spears with a modicum of experience. But yeah, what does strike you with that investigation check is, once more, these are iron spears. That is steel armor.
That shouldn't have
and that
happened in the
is
first place.
an old wooden, like solid wooden fence. So these are driven through both sides of the armor. A very large orc and very stout.
How fucked up do the spearheads look like they were from going through that?
Like they're cracked, but like they are still recognizable as spearheads.
And so, obviously there's no spearheads, but like I'm guessing the edges are all fucked up. The heads are kind of cracked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, something real. Whatever was holding these was really strong. Okay.
Well, that's good.
There's no such thing as a body. Those are
Mm-hmm.
the shadow thing. Were
Make me a perception check.
sounds less like you're gnawing and more like you're just
13.
Shit.
Your father's canines, and judging by the way his face looks, they were ripped out rather than extracted.
Well, extracted still, but ripped.
But not like somebody beat him and they fell, but like somebody reached him with.
Yeah, someone took a try.
Arm there. Try to take the axe out.
That is a DC 20 strength check.
Not taking the axe out because that's only an 18 on the die.
Okay. Mags walks up.
Something strong and took a choke. Hope he fucking chokes on it.
That's a bad word.
I know. This is appropriate time.
Well, that's one that won't be coming to claim you.
Brought back. He's told me he's been brought back.
You know how to do that.
No, clerics, no.
They don't.
And she continues making her way to the tavern.
I don't care. Clerics should know how to bring somebody back.
After a certain point.
You have no idea. Your father said one thing, this woman is saying another. Making it to the tavern, you find your mother's body at the... Whatever killed her didn't drive spears through her or anything. She is simply dead. Very clearly in a position where she was guarding this door. Mags looks in past you, reaches in, and closes the door. Anyone who would like to make a... God, would they replace sense? Insight check, may.
Really? You're going to give me a nat 20? Okay. I guess I know all of Megora's secrets.
Okay. Anyone who gets above a 15 will know.
I'm going to get some more stew.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Can't, I'm raising my hand.
Yeah, there we go. Audible medium, not visual. So...
I have insight. Yeah.
Oh, you mind dropping that at the same
I got
for me?
15. Of course. Exactly.
15, nat 20, 15.
I didn't get 15, but I got higher.
Cool.
Yes, I got 14.
What'd you get, Jay?
-1.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool, and I'm part of a team.
I don't see anything. Where's my coffee?
Man, this village would be a great place to set up a village, you know?
I mean, there's already pre-structured.
So the trip through this village has been one of stoicism for Granny Mags. She is, and this is the first time you've seen her actually react to something, and it is simply closing a door. Luke!
Yo.
Rage is boiling off of Granny Mags right now from whatever she saw in the tavern.
Luke will ask about that later.
Yeah. As she just reaches in, closes the door, as, you know, with that nat 20, the doorknob is slightly crumpled when she lets go of it.
Yeah, that's to ask later.
I'm gonna go ahead and like prop my mom up or like lay her down or something.
Just
Looks
something
at your
just not to
mom.
sprawl.
Looks at you.
You don't have kin. Lovely. Who's next?
Well, my house is one down and across the street.
Fine.
I guess
Come along.
I'm coming, but Are you stuck with me even if kin elsewhere?
We'll see.
And she begins making her way towards your home. When you find your home, it is not standing. You find your front door about 50 feet away from where it should be, in the street. It is heavily charred.
Yeah, I was about to ask, how badly fucked up is the forge?
Your father's body is in the crater where your home once stood. The earth outside of the crater has been blackened, and the inside of the crater is glass.
No, so he's pulled a Vegeta.
There is a burnt skeleton in that is very clearly where your father made his last stand.
I'm going to look about where the forge area was, because last I saw my mom was working on that sword like a zest.
Last we saw the...
No.
That was mine.
That's Amber's parents'
okay.
forge. The forge is untouched, but your mother's body is missing a hand. There is no sign of the sword she was...
Out of curiosity, the hand she's missing, would it be an hand?
It would be her dominant hand.
All hammers accounted for?
All of her tools and everything are accounted for. It doesn't look like anything came in. She is just past the threshold.
Like, just past coming out?
Yes.
Oh, something took that sword, Mom. I need to look to the forge for her notes. Luke's just wandering into the forge like...
Granny Mags just raises her cane to stop you.
Looking for a woman there. You're smart enough to know it.
I thought she might have her notes on the sword. Something took the sword she was forging. There was something special about it, and I thought maybe she might have her notes in the forge.
Who was she making it for?
She didn't tell me. She just said it was she's been working on it for more than a year now.
Others here need to know the fates of their family.
Yeah.
We will come back.
Yeah, Luke's just...
Yep. Granny Mags looks at the rest of you.
I go next.
Your parents are not found. Their wagon is found fired about a quarter mile away, looking like it was heading out of town. There are several other bodies inside of it, most of them either very old or very young.
But not my parents.
Your parents were driving the wagon.
trying to get the civilians out of harm's way, I guess.
I'm guessing the axe, my dad's axe is gone.
It is embedded in the wagon.
I try to pull on it.
Give me a strength check. DC 10.
Embedded like he stuck it in there, or embedded like it got tossed out?
Embedded like he drove it in.
That one.
You cannot move this thing.
Like, I get frustrated, mad, angry. Like, I throw
I'll give it a shot. Just I see
I
12.
You give it 3 good yanks and hear the wood kind of let out that groaning, squealing screech as you rip it free, tearing a chunk out of the wagon.
There you go.
She looks at the wagon.
My parents.
Actually, I'd like to do you first, just because John's not here.
We could give a brief recap of Shannon's character.
Levick. We'll wait until next time Levick is here and let that run there as a kind of flashback moment.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Renusk, your house looks undamaged from the outside. Yeah. How is, like, you can see it. It looks untouched.
I'm going to start walking towards the door. Did she stop me?
No.
Open the door. Is there anybody inside?
There's no one in the entranceway.
Go on in. I'm heading for a room, but I'm only looking through all the rooms on my way.
You look in the kitchen, and you remember what you now realize were your mother's last words to you. I'm going to go fix your father his breakfast. The stove is still hot, a pan on it that is giving off a light amount of smoke.
I'll move the pan.
Is Renas cognizant enough to use something to move the pan, or is he just going to grab it?
No, I'm pretty sure that Mom would have been very insistent to drill it in, so it's almost a reflex.
You move the pan. As you do, you see your mother's body by it. She's got a bag of couffee in one hand and a length of sausages in the other. Her back has been open.
I'm going to yank the tablecloth off the table, cover her up with, because I don't want to see it.
Okay. Yeah, it is that clatter of crockery and glass as you drape and cover your mother's body. Looking out the window, it looks like your father fell running back towards the house. A pitchfork is sticking out of him.
Okay, I'm just going to go to my room, and I'm going to grab the book I bought, change of clothes, and then I'm just going to head back down. Okay, let's go.
Nymeria.
What time does John get off?
John gets off at 10. It's 9:42 now.
Wait, real quick. Were any of her pies out on the counters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, we will take our first break a little bit early to wait for John to get home.
Because everyone should get traumatized all together.
Yeah, so we will find out how Nymeria next time.
Yep. So once more, thank you all for listening so much. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your support. We have a Patreon. Every week, we do a thing called Leftovers, where we talk about the previous session, random stories we do, and everything like that. And yeah, also predictions for what's coming in the campaign. I'm sure the next one's going to be a banger. So if you'd like to subscribe to that, please do. I don't know what the price is off the top of my head, because we're recording all of these, this season in advance, but I'm sure we'll make it reasonable. And we will see you next time.
Tree fitting.
I am